Well, it's like I was saying, I hope nobody fell for the shakeout that we were seeing for ADA and the crypto market yesterday, because here we sit, ADA's up at about 97 cents and doing some important things structurally. This is exactly what we wanted to see this weekend. The market reacted the way I had hoped it would yesterday. And now we have the potential to kind of push into the early part of the week on a green note. That'd be very exciting. Do want to talk about some volume that people need to be aware of today. I want to talk about actually some optics that are reaching some highs we haven't seen since January. All that and more in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yesterday, I didn't really feel the need to talk too much about price, because we kind of all understood what it was. It was a shakeout event. They were trying to get people to capitulate over the course of the weekend. And luckily, most people were not falling for it. ADA yesterday did a great job of holding support. We came down, we tapped 90 cents. We were kind of putzing around, climbed to about 92 cents, got a little bit of a shakeout again around, gosh, what is that, 8 p.m. or so. But the market stayed resilient, and look what we did overnight. We surged and surged and surged and did some pretty exciting things here in terms of ADA. And the fact that we keep, testing 90 cents and bouncing off of the support is a great sign. And the fact that we're setting a new higher high each and every one of these days is a pretty big deal. Now, what I will say is really helping us right now is BTC is separating from that trend just a little bit, right? We talked about coming back down. We were testing the edge of that bull flag, staying on top of it, which was great. And now we've led with a little bit of a green day up 0.75 of a point. That's great. What we're also seeing is Ethereum change direction just a little bit here. Again, back up above 45.50, putting in about a 3% day. So this is where ADA tends to perform just a little better. Like we've talked about it being kind of a market leader here. We've talked about the excitement surrounding it. We've talked about the thin liquidity levels, and this is why ADA is doing what it's doing. It's a great sign. Now, what I will say is we need to be cautious today. I'm optimistic, I'm confident, I'm excited, right? But understand that this is right now the lowest volume weekend we have seen in probably the last 2 months. Okay. These days on the weekends have been, somewhere up in that 120 to 140 billion dollar range. We've tipped into the one teens in terms of billions of dollars of trading volume. Okay. Now, that being said, ADA is actually having still quite a bit of trading volume today. $2.15 billion is not a small amount. And something I noticed here as well is ADA actually has had the best last 7 days out of all top 20 assets. So you're starting to see, again, ADA act very different than it has the earlier part of this market cycle. And that's not surprising, because retail excitement and retail optics are in fact climbing. Now I'll get to that more here in just a moment, but something I wanted to show you guys is we have actually hit record levels in terms of open interest for ADA. So that's definitely something to pay attention to. We're at $1.93 billion worth of open interest. And you guys can see here that the long short ratio is almost back to break even. So we've had some longs filling in and opening up positions, but we are actually pushing very hard against these shorts that are here in the market too. Where this could really get fun is look at BTC. Look at this huge compression of short leverage above here. It's very thick from basically 123.5 down. All right, pressing right against the prices that we're at currently. Just note that we do have some long leverage just below here. So obviously we could still at the same time, get some selling, tip into that long leverage, and things could get, pretty disgusting. All right, that's the best way to describe it. Now, this is a very big deal. So what we are seeing right now is some of the highest search traffic we have seen since Inauguration Day. And that is a very, very, very darn big deal, because retail confidence, retail excitement are exactly what ADA needs to make some of those bigger extensions to push towards an all-time high. And luckily, technically on the charts, we're doing great stuff right now. And we have, again, a very loud narrative right now. We have some of these big developments and rollouts coming for Cardano. And I think that's getting a lot of retail jazzed up and ready to move into the market. Not saying it's, not saying they're smashing the buy button or anything like that, but ADA price is speaking for itself right now. Now, something I wanted to show you guys here as well is when we look back at this ADABTC chart, we're on the verge of breaking out of this longer term trend. We've fought this now for the last 4 days. And right now we're sitting right on the edge of it. If we can get a good push into the week here, we might be starting to do what we did last market cycle. If you guys remember, we're talking about this extension to the breakout here. This is basically the trend that we're fighting right here. This was essentially all the way back January of 2021. We were trying to break trend and create that third tap here. That's what we're doing right now. We're trying to break this trend and create our third tap so we can get our extension. And that's, again, where things get really fun. Guys, this right now, even just to that breakout up there, it's about a 39% move versus BTC. That's when we see ADA actually pushing well beyond our cycle high and pushing towards $1.95. So that's kind of where we're at. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Still have my long position open. That hasn't changed. Yesterday didn't shake me out of my position. I think actually yesterday it flipped red for just a short bit, but it's currently up 61%, 62%. I still have my XRP long open. That one's not doing hardly anything right now. 15.9%. Again, if you guys want to check out BTCC or Margex, there are referral links in the description below. Again, you can earn up to $10,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. Just understand that there is risk that comes with leverage. So appreciate you guys as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think the rest of the weekend is going to bring? Are we going to see this big burst of volume as we get into the week? Is this another week where we're going to see a sea of green? But have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.